Alright, this is a Hammond D-100. D-152 says there on the tag. That I got for the can't complain price of free. Now I'm having an issue with it. When I got it, a lot of stuff was taken apart. The octave divider for the pedals wasn't installed, and the reverb wasn't installed, which doesn't sound like much, but that was easy to get in. Figured that out pretty quick. The reverb is baffling me. I've found what the inputs are according to the diagram schematic here I got off the internet. It says amplifier used in D100 series. There it is. Now this is what I think is the reverb input going from the reverb tank's output, and this is the reverb drive, which I'm 100% sure on because it's wired up here to our drive. So now let's fire up the organ and I'll show you what my issue is. The issue is when you plug in the reverb tank, it gives you this terrible feedback. Now I posted on the Hammond section of forum, on the organ forum, and people said, oh, it's something about light bulbs, and this amp doesn't have any light bulbs. I don't know. They were talking about some other sort of amp, not this. So I'm making this video for them to demonstrate what's going on. So straight away, here's our reverb tank. Here's and you can hear it's hooked up. It's reverbing. But when I put the input in, or the drive signal in here, it feeds back. Now it's not an electrical type feedback because if you hold the springs and plug it in, it doesn't do it. Well, I shouldn't say not an electrical type feedback because somewhere along the line it is electrical, but it's not just like a short circuit. Now the other thing that worries me is these are the reverb switches hooked up as per factory specs according to the schematic. When I roll these all the way off, both of them all the way off, I can hear the sound change a little bit, but we're still getting tons of reverb. So actually, there we go. Now that's all the way off, all the way on. Sounds a little different. You hear that one possibly change. And that one, oh, it doesn't change much. But that's all I can get from it right now. Other than that, organ works great. Come over here to the dark side. Let's see. I don't fancy myself an organ player. I'm fixing this up for the person who does play organ / keys or whatever in my band. So that's what I found out so far. Other than that, this thing's pretty dang sweet. As you can see, this amp's been recapped. There's brand new caps in there, and underneath of it there's new amp caps. You can see new cap peeking out there. This is the only thing that hasn't been touched, and even still it works fine. Brand new capacitor there. Placement tubes all over the place, except for in this again. More new caps in there. A lot of new wiring there. Someone went to a lot of trouble on this thing, stopped working on it, and then got given to me for free. So anyhow, you've seen the reverb issue. Please help if you know what's wrong. Alright guys, so what I've done, I've got the reverb kind of working, as you can see. craziness. Really reverby. How I did this is, if you look in the schematic, I posted it. There'll probably be a link in the description, or if you're linking from the organ forum, there's a link there too. If you look at, these are the reverb switch sections with the dotted lines around them, where it says it goes to G2 there, and up at the top, up there it goes to G1. So if that's the input, I don't know why it's really connected there, but anyhow it is. So I disconnected that resistor from, oh come on, focus. I disconnected that resistor. Let's see if I can do this one hand and not be all shaky. I disconnected that resistor there from the pin, or the wire there, and that resistor there, up there. Then on the treble switch, I disconnected, where are we? This resistor here from this one, so that we don't have the input, even if it's through a few resistors, connected to the output, which was how it was set up from the factory. But of course now we got crazy reverb. Turn them both down a notch. It gets buzzy because we don't have anything else connected on the other end of the resistors. Still pretty crazy reverb. Turn it down a bit. Still pretty crazy reverb, I think. And then we turn it all the way off and it just goes all the way off. But then got crazy. Full blast. Alright, so that's it. If you've got any ideas, my ideas are that it's related somewheres in the fact that the input is connected to the output via something somewheres. So those are my ideas of where to look. Yeah.